Hey guys! Today I wanted to film a quick video. I do have to be somewhere soon, so I'm going to try to make it quick. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the 10 things I didn't expect about pregnancy. And I wanted to just make this video super chill and laid back. So I'm just sitting on my bed. I have my little notebook here where I made my notes so I don't forget. Excuse me, sir. Stop. Shh. I have the window open, so I'm hoping Buddy's not going to be too bad while I try to do this. So this is going to be the 10 things I did not expect about pregnancy. This is going to be my first baby, so there's a lot that has come along with pregnancy that I didn't expect. You hear a lot about the common things like morning sickness and things like that, but there are quite a few things that happened that I did not expect, and I guess they are pretty common for a lot of women during pregnancy, so I thought I would share. So number one is all day sickness. So you hear all about morning sickness all the time, and I always just assumed morning sickness just happened in the morning. Well, it doesn't. I was sick all day once I got pregnant. When I got to about 6 weeks is when it really started, and I know it's different for everyone. So everyone's not going to be sick all day. Everyone's not just going to be sick in the morning. But for me, I was sick all day long, and that was something that I was not expecting, and it was very hard to deal with. But over time it has gotten better, and I have found ways to deal with that. Number two is how quickly your body starts to change. So I always pictured when I got pregnant that I would just still have my like petite little figure and just have this adorable belly growing out in the front. My body did not change the way I thought it was going to change. It's not all just belly weight. Your body's preparing to birth a child, so your hips are getting wider. For me, even my back, I've noticed, is I'm gaining weight on my back. I feel like all around I'm just getting wider. My legs, I'm gaining weight in my legs, I'm gaining weight in my butt, I'm gaining weight in my upper body, my arms are bigger, my torso is wider. So that was something I also didn't expect, and it does take a little while to get used to when you've always been a very tiny and petite person and you see your body changing. But the more and more I see my body change, and as time goes on and my belly's finally starting to look a little bit like a pregnant belly, I'm actually getting a round belly now, and I just think it's so beautiful. There are things that obviously I don't like. My back, I feel like I have like a roll on my back right here now, which I've never had in my life before being pregnant. My back was I always had a really nice back, but that's definitely changed since I've become pregnant. But it's something that I know will probably go away after pregnancy, and even if it didn't, I could work at it to get rid of it. And there's just things that are gonna happen to your body, you know, stretch marks. I don't have any yet, but I know that that could come as I get further along, and you just have to accept that these are things that happen when your body's preparing to birth a child, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful that your body's even capable of doing something like this, and you're growing a human inside of you. Sorry, my phone's going off. That is something I didn't expect. Also, how quickly my body started to change. So right away I started noticing changes with my body. I don't want to get too into detail, but even like your nipples change, the color of them changes, your boobs are aching because they're growing, and there's just so many things that come along with pregnancy that you don't really know about or understand what it's like to have those things happening to your body and changing in your body until you're actually living in it. So, and it happens pretty quickly. You'll start noticing symptoms right away, or at least I did. 3 is feeling out of breath easily. So hopefully you can't tell too much in this video, but I do get out of breath very quickly. That's part of pregnancy, is that your body's changing and it's taking a toll on you in a way. And you know, I'll just walk not very far. I'll take my dog for a walk around the block, and sometimes I got home and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I just ran a marathon, but all I did was walk the dog. So that's something I didn't expect either, was how quickly I would get out of breath. Number 4 is strange, vivid dreams. So now I wrote this on here, and it's funny because I wrote this about a week ago, and in the past week I really haven't had any dreams, but during the first trimester especially, I had a lot of really vivid dreams, and most of them were bad, which is really sad. I wish they were really good vivid dreams, but I've had a lot of very real, very vivid dreams since I've become pregnant. Excuse me. Those dreams that when you wake up you have to stop and think for a second, like, wait, was that real? So and I did look into that, and I guess it is pretty common during pregnancy to have realistic and very vivid dreams that kind of stick with you when you wake up. Number 5 is how long it takes to actually look pregnant. So going back to when I was talking about how your body changes quickly, your body changes quickly in other areas, but you won't start showing right away. And obviously I knew I wasn't just gonna pop out with a big belly bump right away in the beginning of pregnancy, but I did think that when I started to get bigger, it would just be in my stomach, and that you'd be able to tell I was pregnant, or, you know, that I'd be able to wear my normal clothes and no one would really notice until I got further along. But it's weird. You start to look bigger and you almost feel self-conscious in a way, or at least I did, because I wasn't fitting in my clothes, but I didn't look pregnant. I just looked like I was getting heavier, and I had gained like 15 or so pounds, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've gained 15 pounds, but I don't look pregnant. It's just I'm gaining weight all around, none of my clothes are fitting, and it really stinks because I feel like I'm looking bigger in my face, I'm looking bigger in my waist, none of my clothes are fitting, and I look in my closet and I don't know what to wear, but I don't look pregnant. If I saw a stranger while I was walking down the street, they wouldn't know that I'm pregnant, you know, or the people that I work with, if I haven't told them yet, they might just think like, oh, Amberly's starting to put on a little weight. But they wouldn't be able to tell that I'm pregnant because it's not just belly weight. And I didn't really start to actually look pregnant until probably maybe like 17 weeks or so is when it finally was like a bigger, rounder, noticeable bump just on my belly. And some people might even think right now it's not very noticeable. I'll show you guys. I'm 22 weeks right now, and this is what it looks like. It's still not huge, but it is more of just a round pregnant belly. You know, it doesn't just look like I'm bloated. If you really look, you can tell that I'm pregnant. So it's still not completely noticeable, and that's fine. I'm only 22 weeks right now, and I know it's gonna get so much bigger as time goes on, but it is really exciting to finally see it starting to get rounder and actually look pregnant, and it feels really hard when I touch it, and it's just a nice pregnant belly, and it's really exciting once that starts. Let me fix the camera, it's a little crooked. Okay, on to number 6 is how much smells can bother you, or how badly smells can bother you. So I always heard about people when they're pregnant that they have a stronger sense of smell, but I had no idea what it was actually like until it happened to me. And it's not so bad now that I'm in the 2nd trimester, but in my 1st trimester, I was so sensitive to smell, and there were so many smells that would trigger my nausea. So I remember specifically like the smell of hamburger meat, like hamburger cooking. One night my husband made hamburgers when I came home from work, and I was like, I can't even eat them. I don't know why the smell of them was making me so sick. It was so gross. And yeah, there's different things you'll be very sensitive to as far as smell goes, even like different like Febreze sprays and things like that. There were certain candle scents, and I usually love candles, and some of the scents that I've always loved I could not stand anymore. And I have got past that now, but it's just crazy how strong your sense of smell is when you're pregnant, and even just walking down like the cleaning aisle in the store and you'll smell cleaning products and you're like, oh my gosh, it smells so strong. And I never noticed those smells walking down the cleaning aisle before, but when you're pregnant, you smell everything, and you smell it like 500 times stronger than you ever did in your life. It's crazy. Number 7 is depression. So I've heard a lot about postpartum depression and people getting depressed after giving birth and after pregnancy, but I never knew that there was a such thing as being depressed during your pregnancy. And I did experience a little bit of that during my 1st trimester because I was so sick, and I didn't feel like myself. I was sick. I felt like I couldn't live my daily life the way that I needed to. I needed to be able to go to work. I needed to be able to get things done quickly, and I was so tired, which I know is common with pregnancy. I was tired, but I was also very sick. In my 1st trimester, I threw up a lot, and it just felt like I had the flu every single day, and I couldn't do much, and I spent a lot of time just in the house or laying in bed, and it can be hard. Also, your hormones are changing a lot during pregnancy, so it is common for women to feel sad or a little bit depressed during the beginning of pregnancy, but if you continue feeling that way, obviously you need to talk to your doctor. I did get better as I got nausea medicine and started not feeling as sick all the time, and I've been able to get out and do things. And when I was feeling depressed, I told my husband. So just always have someone to talk to if you do feel that way, but know that you're not alone. And yeah, it's not just you, it does happen to other people too. And yeah, so that was something I didn't expect. Is I always just thought when I got pregnant I was going to be like, oh my god, I'm pregnant, and be so happy. I also did experience a miscarriage before this pregnancy, so I think with this pregnancy it was a little bit harder for me in the beginning because I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry and fear that something was going to go wrong with this pregnancy, and I let it eat away at my brain just a little bit. So I think that was getting me into a bit of a rut too, but overall that has gotten so much better now that I'm not feeling sick anymore, and I've been able to get out and do things, and now I am just really enjoying this 2nd trimester and almost into the 3rd, and I'm just so happy to be pregnant. But that was something that happened to me that I didn't really expect. Number 8 is what it's like to feel the baby for the first time. So I always just expected when I would first feel the baby move that I would feel kicks. You know, that's what everyone talks about. You feel little kicks. Oh, wait till you feel your baby kick. Wait till you feel your baby move his arm. And when you first feel the baby move, you don't really even know what the baby's doing. You can't tell if they're kicking you or what it is. All you feel is a lot of people describe it as gas bubbles, so it kind of feels like gas bubbles or like little butterflies in your stomach. So yeah, and at first I think I kind of didn't really even know that I was feeling the baby move, and then the more and more I got familiar with the feeling, and I was like, okay. And then obviously as I got further along, the feeling got stronger, and now I definitely know that I can feel my baby move, and it's just so cool. It's the best feeling ever to feel your baby. And now that I'm 22 weeks, I can actually feel him. I still don't know for sure if it's him kicking or if he's just moving his whole body or what it is, but I will feel big movements, and it's the coolest feeling ever. I can't even explain how cool and how awesome it is, but I love feeling the baby move. That's probably my favorite part so far of pregnancy, is feeling him move in there. It's just amazing that I'm growing this little life inside my body. Number 9 is indigestion. So I did not know that indigestion was a thing during pregnancy, but let me tell you, it was a real thing for me. I got really bad indigestion or acid reflux, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I did actually have to start taking something for my indigestion. Tums alone were not doing it for me, and I would just burp multiple times, like all day long. I'd pretty much be burping, and it's such an uncomfortable feeling. It feels like you just have air in your chest all the time, and it didn't even matter what I ate. There was no specific thing that was triggering it. It was just part of being pregnant, and yeah, that was not fun. It felt like I had acid in my throat. I had such a hard time falling asleep at night because it felt like I just had acid just sitting from here to here in my throat. Oh, the worst feeling. Luckily, I have some medication that helped a lot with that, but that was something I was not expecting. It's very uncomfortable. So I'm gonna hurry. Number 10 is peeing your pants so easily and how bad you'll have to pee. Okay guys, I'm so sorry if the lighting is different now. I just had to switch from my camera to finish up the end of the video on my phone because my camera died, and I keep trying to turn it back on and talk really fast, but it just keeps shutting off, and I don't have a backup battery, so sorry about that. But we are on the last one, number 10, how easily you'll pee your pants or have to pee. I've always heard about pregnant women, and like when they have to pee, and that is so true. But yeah, I kind of thought it was more like after you give birth, that when you sneeze you pee, or when you cough you pee. But since the baby is in there and you feel so much pressure already in your stomach and near your uterus and that area down there, that sometimes you actually can't even really tell how badly you have to pee because there's already so much pressure down there. So then you'll like cough or you'll sneeze and you're like, oops, I just peed a little. I think I actually really have to pee. So then you have to go to the bathroom. And actually, when I was getting really sick, I was throwing up one time, and I was throwing up so hard that and it was horrible. I was crying after because it was just so frustrating. I went into the bathroom, throwing up over the toilet, and I also peed my pants at the same time. And for me, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't feel good now. I peed my pants, I'm throwing up, and yeah, that's part of it. Sorry if any of this video is TMI, but once again, this is a pregnancy update type of video, so there are things that come along with pregnancy that aren't always so pretty, I guess. And that is it. So those are the 10 things that I did not expect about pregnancy. Once again, I'm gonna let you guys see my little bump. Let me let you see it without this shirt here. So that is my belly. 22 weeks. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I will film another video and be uploading it soon. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.